Intellectually, you know about him, but you do not know him. You're not going to.
I always can tell a Christian when I meet them
No, you
because
can't.
they are very patient, they are kind, they have the fruits of the Spirit.
No, you
and
don't.
I believe that I have those fruits.
No,
So I think that's a sign.
No, your fruits are from Africa. Those are not from God.
Africa.
Yeah. Very. Melissa, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hey, Melissa.
How you doing?
All is well. Can you speak up for me?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I had a thing. We know that men are the head of the women and women are the head of the children. So when you're speaking on the children, I just feel like the children need their mothers way more than they need their fathers. They might not even actually need their fathers per se, but because the woman is not in the right state of mind, because the man is absent, then the children suffer.
Well, the woman is not the head of the children. She watches over the children for the man. The man is the head of the children.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the mother watches over the children for the man, but she's not the head. The father's the head of the children as well.
So the Bible says that the woman is the head of the children.
No, it doesn't say she's the head of the kids. Why do you think?
Okay.
Why do you think the children needs the mother more so than the father?
Well, because I'm a mother, and I just feel like what I witnessed as a child, as a mother, when it comes to other men and other women, that I've noticed that women need men for like a couple of reasons. But if they don't have men, they are chasing men to find a husband or a baby daddy, and they are chasing money. So they're neglecting the children.
Right, but if there was the children need the father more than they need the mother. They need the mother until they're around 3 years old, and the mother get them all that fake love. She breastfeed them, she make breakfast for them. But after
I believe what the Bible says.
After 3 years,
and the Bible says that the man is the head of the woman, not the children.
No,
and he said, and I believe
it doesn't say that he's not the head of the children.
Well, I need to read it again. Maybe you're right. But the thing is, if what I'm saying is true, like when your head controls your body, right? So what I believe is the man controls the woman through his action or inaction. And she has no power when it comes to that. And the woman controls the children as far as their actions and inaction.
But the head doesn't control the body. Where do you get that from?
Well, what controls your body?
The mind. The brain.
That's in your head. That's what I mean.
The blood. So what?
The mind is in your head. That's exactly what I meant.
The brain, yeah. But
yes, that's what I'm saying.
But women cannot raise children without a man, because if every woman that raised children and the man is not there to show her how to do it, she end up screwing the children up. And
but the women don't have a choice. The men leave the women, and they are just left at the whims of themselves when they're not emotionally or mentally capable, not always, especially when they're not Christian and they don't believe in God.
But most women do not believe in God, even the Christian ones.
But I believe that women don't have a choice on how they act. If the man is present, whether he's present or not present, he has a certain level of control over that woman.
Right.
And it's not going to be, she can't do what she have to do. She has to be right in the right state of mind. She can't be in the right state of mind. And she doesn't know God, and she's not a Christian, so she definitely won't be in the right state of mind.
It's hard to find a Christian woman. That doesn't exist for the most part.
But it don't matter if she's Christian or not. The man still has that control over her. It's automatic.
Yeah, the woman is subject to the man. So
that's why he needs to take control in that situation and not blame her because she's not in control of herself. She can't be in control of herself. She's not even a Christian.
Well, she could be controlled by what is right if she were to drop her anger and return to the Father And I see women doing that all the time now, especially in our meetings and women that listen to this show. They didn't know that they needed to go and forgive the mother, that the mother recreated them in her image, which is of the
what
devil.
I was saying is that's irrelevant. When it comes to a woman, a man has a certain level of control, whether she Christian or not.
Right.
So if he gives her this power over him or whatever's going on in the family situation, that's his weakness.
Right. Absolutely.
And you cannot blame the woman because it's only a man who's capable of controlling a woman.
Well, I blame the mother for doing that because mothers create the children, the boys and the girls, of her image, which is evil. And then
she can't do that if the man is not. If the man don't allow it. That's
right.
what I'm saying.
Absolutely. That's why we encourage fathers to stand between the children and the mothers so the mothers don't screw them up.
And then I don't always think it's exactly the woman's fault. She might be chasing men. She might be frustrated. But people are also sending their kids to public schools. And even before this woke agenda, the public schools were the worst places to send your kids, and they are the worst places to send your kids.
Yeah, I agree to that.
I believe that the public school is filled with demons. You have women who like to wear tight clothes, who dress half naked in public schools, trying to, talk to go with the men in the schools. They're not really even paying attention to the children, and women dressing. But I do believe that the only thing I disagree with you is you always point the finger at the woman, and it's really always the men.
You say really always the men?
Yeah.
No, it's not the men.
God gave men dominion. He didn't give women dominion. Women have no dominion except over children.
I know, but I know, but what you don't understand, because of the woman nature is evil. She can't help but turn the children away from the father. And if the father don't understand, if he hasn't overcome the mother, he doesn't understand what's really going on. He doesn't.
But that's his problem. That's what he gets. He gets that. He deserves to be. He deserves everything that he gets because he's sitting there not intellectual, don't have intellect, don't read the Bible, not smart enough, not brave enough to stand up against a woman, and I'm not saying beat her or anything like that, because that's crazy, but you don't have to beat her.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
And do you obey your husband?
I have no choice. He is the man. I asked him, I might try to control him. I ain't gonna lie. I do want things my way, but he does what he wants to do.
Do you obey him?
He does not do what I make him or try to make him do.
Do you obey him?
No, because he's not. He hasn't done his part for me to feel the need to obey. I can't obey him. We're not in a financial situation for me to do anything that he may want me to do.
So you don't? Are you a Christian?
Well, I'm a Christian. And when I'm talking about my relationship with my husband, I do whatever I even think he wants me to do. But he doesn't tell me you need to go do this, go do that. He doesn't even tell me things like that.
Do you obey him?
I'm trying to think because, like I said, he don't tell me what to do.
But do you obey him?
Oh, let me go back. He doesn't tell me what to do no more because I don't do it. But I also believe,
when he told you what to do, did you obey him?
Do I obey him? I don't.
When he was telling you
about it, but no, as far as him telling me what to do, no, I don't.
Why not? If you're a Christian, why don't you obey your husband? You say you're a Christian. What the?
Okay, well, I believe that he's the head, but I don't know. You're talking about obey. Hold on one second. I don't know. It's just I don't respect him, I guess.
You know, so how can you be a Christian and not respect your husband? What?
Well, I don't know. It's just like, okay, I tell him, like, you can tell me what to do, but you just don't.
But I'm
you
not
don't
going to
know-
obey
understand.
you.
It's very complicated. I don't think I'm just completely disobedient like that.
Yes,
like
you are.
saying.
Either you obey him or you don't. If you're not obeying him, you're completely not obeying him.
I have to think of my situation more closely because I don't think it's like you're saying it. Because like I said, I do what I feel like he wants me to do.
But why not obey him, though?
It depends. Like he'll give me a reminder, and then I end up still forgetting. You know, it's not
you
like
forget
I'm just
the
directly
reminder?
disobeying
What
him. Okay, well, you turned it back on me, but I wanted to talk about public schools, but I also wanted to talk about something else.
I know, but let me ask you this, and then I'll let you mention the other thing. So you're a Christian, right?
Yes.
And you love God?
I'm still figuring it out when it comes to my husband. I just don't believe in divorce, so we're just sticking it out.
You say you're sticking it out or figuring it out?
Sticking it out. I also believe, like, because y'all talk about, like, people who are underprivileged, and that's what, like, he doesn't pay for everything, you know, is what I'm trying to say.
He doesn't pay for
He's
everything?
not capable of taking care of me and my children.
So why'd you marry
If
him?
anything, I feel like I take care of him more because I wanted more children.
So you married a man that can't take care of you for children?
Well, I'm just stuck. I have, you know, it's just the way it is. I feel like everybody should just get married. It don't matter if you're poor. I feel like people think that poor people aren't allowed to have children or they're not allowed to get married.
But you didn't love your husband when you married him?
I had 3 reasons why I married him. It's because I wanted him to be a father to my children. I wanted him to help me. He can help, but he doesn't really help as much as I think he should. And I didn't want to be alone.
I don't want to be up alone.
I don't believe in a perfect person. I don't believe in a perfect couple. I don't believe in a perfect relationship. I believe that you just take somebody and get married. That's what I believe.
Where you get that from?
That's just what I believe. I don't believe it matters. I don't believe it matters who you marry. As long as they're not violent.
But so you know you're not above the man, right?
Above the man? No, I never said that. I never believed that.
Oh, it has nothing to do with
I believe
situation.
intellectually I can be.
Why you believe that?
Man.
You think you smarter than him?
I believe a woman can be smarter than any man. I just feel like it's not
that's impossible.
conducive to challenge men because men are very sensitive.
Women are intellectual because of their father, the devil. You know that Satan is the woman's God, right?
No, I don't believe that.
Yeah, Satan is the woman's God.
I believe
and
that
God
Satan
above
is
is the
God
man's
of
God.
most of the people in the world. So I believe that Satan is the God of this whole world. I just don't believe it's
No, he's the God of the
like
woman.
Men don't worship Satan.
He's the God of the woman.
But what about when Jesus said that you are of the devil, your father? He wasn't talking to women.
Yeah. Anyone that has anger is of their father, the devil. And Satan become the man's God because he has his mama's nature. But when he forgive his mama and return to his father, then God becomes
Even his mama don't have her nature. Her nature is to be soft and nice and loving and caring.
But she doesn't have love.
But I'm just saying, even his mama don't have her own nature. She has the nature of a bitter woman who's been left with children.
Which is of the devil.
Okay, but that's not of her.
Let me ask you this. Have you forgiven your mama?
Oh, yes, I forgave my mama.
You told her?
When she was alive,
You told your mama, I forgive your mama for messing me up?
I don't think I had to tell her that.
So you didn't forgive her then?
But yeah, I did.
You told your
I
mama,
don't
I'm
know.
sorry for.
It's too late for me to tell her because she's passed away.
It's not too late. Do it in your heart since she's dead.
But I feel like that's what I did.
And how about if you can forgive your father for not protecting you from mama?
That's a little harder.
Why?
Because I tried to get in contact with him after I became an adult, and I don't know. I always thought it was my mama, like you said before I even heard of your show. I always thought it was my mama because she's a hard person to deal with and get along with.
Yeah.
But he was. I just don't. It's harder for me to forgive him because I feel like he has no excuse. He could say that it was my mama, but you know.
And so, have God forgiven you?
Yes, I believe so.
And you have no excuse, but He forgave you.
I also believe you can't get forgiven unless you actually sorry.
But how can you not forgive your father and God forgive you?
Forgive my. I feel like God forgive you. God didn't say, "Oh yeah, make sure you forgive." You know, He said forgive, and so you can be forgiven. Yeah, that's true.
So you haven't forgiven your earthly father. How God going to forgive you, and you have not forgiven?
I said it's harder. I don't feel like I have no animosity towards him.
It is. If you have not forgiven him, you do have animosity. Why don't you forgive him?
I feel like this how you know if you're forgiving somebody. Do you want to see them in heaven when they die? Because a lot of people want people to go to hell.
But that ain't no sign that you love your father because you want to see him in heaven. Why not want to see him on earth? Because you might not even go to heaven. He may go and you won't make it.
I just don't. I don't think I ever had the opportunity. It's not that I don't want to see him.
Why don't you have the opportunity?
Because I don't have the money to go travel where he lives.
Why don't you call him or FaceTime?
Like I said, I tried to call him. That was a long time ago. Maybe I'll try again.
Yeah, forgive your father, Melissa, so that God can forgive you, and then everything will change, and it'll be amazing for you.
Well, I work on my forgiveness daily. But
no, you can't work on it daily. It's not something you can work on. You either forgive or you don't. You can't work on forgiveness. What the?
Well, I got a lot of people to forgive. He probably last on my list, to be honest.
But he should be first. Because if you don't forgive your earthly father, you're never going to know God. You know about him intellectually from reading the Bible.
I know God. I know Jesus Christ. I know God.
No, you don't. You know, intellectually, you know about him, but you do not know him. You're not going to.
I always can tell a Christian when I meet them.
No, you can't.
They are very patient. They are kind. They have the fruits of the Spirit.
No, you don't.
And I believe that I have those fruits.
No,
so I think that's a sign.
No, your fruits are from Africa. Those are not from God.
Africa?
Yeah. What? Go and forgive your daddy, Melissa. Call your daddy up.
So the fruits of the Spirit, you don't believe in that neither?
Melissa.
Yes.
Forgive your earthly father. He loves you.
You keep repeating yourself. I understand, but what I'm saying is you don't believe nothing the Bible say, do you?
Yeah, I do. I believe some things in the Bible.
But you don't preach nothing about the Bible.
I do. Forgiveness is not in the Bible.
Forgiveness is very key. That's true.
Right. So that's what I do.
But I'm saying, what about the fruits of the Spirit? I forgive. I don't feel like I have any problems with my father.
Yes, you do. You have not forgiven him, Melissa.
I have to respect his wishes. Maybe he don't want to know me.
You don't know that. It's not about knowing you. You forgive him, and God will forgive you. You'll be fine. But you got to forgive your father.
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
And obey your husband.
Well, see, he's a narcissist, so.
And so are you.
And now I got him on the couch.
You got him on the couch?
Yeah, it's the only way for me to control, because he has control over my emotions. You know, like I believe that men have ultimate control with their action and inaction. So by him just being in my vicinity, I'm not capable of even thinking straight, which is something I was more than capable of doing before I was married. So I just feel like a physical separation. Plus, the Bible says you can sleep in different beds, so it's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, well, you get what you deserve because you said you just marry him because you just want to have some babies.
Oh, I said I believe that too. I don't mind getting what I deserve. I don't think there's nothing wrong with struggling.
Oh, wow. But listen, let me tell you this. Go and forgive your father. Let me know how that goes, okay?
All right.
All right. Let me know how it goes. Nice lady.